Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, the I Ultimate Concept. On this YouTube channel, you'll be getting the best of all Photoshop design and tricks. Now, on today's class, I'm going to be teaching you how to design a video overlay graphics. Now, this video overlay graphics, many of you must have seen it, and people used it on their Facebook page, their Instagram page, and you'll be wondering how did they come across it. Now you'll be needing softwares like Adobe Premiere for you to manipulate such, Vimora and all of that. But before you start taking these graphics, you have to first of all design it here on Photoshop before you take it to Adobe Premiere or Vimora or any other software you are using for your video editing. But before I go into designing, let me first of all thank those who have actually subscribed with me and like and also shared. Thank you so much. I really love you guys. Now let's go straight to the class. Now the first thing I have to do is to launch my Photoshop application. When I launch it, I have to create a new document since it's a new file. Then I have to leave it on 1920. This is a perfect square shape. Now I have to leave it at RGB. Don't forget that because I'm designing for phone view and all of it. Then when I'm done doing all of this, then I have to create. Hola, this is our background. Now what we have to do next is to unlock the background before we start working. I can either hide it if I don't want it now, but I would love to hide it because I don't need it. Now what I have to do is to import what I'll be using for this tutorial. Now I have to create a new file. I'm going to place embedded because I want to import something. I want to use this job. Let me start by adjusting. So I want to adjust this. Okay, when I'm done, enter. Okay, once I'm done making these adjustments, what I have to do next is use my ruler tools because I want to make sure I take the shape, the measurements. Okay, on 200, and I guess this should be on yeah. Okay, this is it. So I have to take my measurements, so I make sure that I don't pass this measurement unit. Now I just placed my image. What I have to do next is to lock it. Why I lock it is because I really don't want this moving around yet. Probably I might need it moving around in the future, but for now I really don't need it. Now the next thing I have to do is I have to bring up another background. I have to bring up another background because I really want to manipulate this picture to something more unique and more facilitating. So what I have to do is come to the solid colors. Now this is my solid color, and there's a color I'm actually looking for. Okay, I know the color code, so what I have to do is to input the color code, which is 280430. Okay, I guess this is the color code. I really love this color a lot, so I get to write down the code. Now once I'm done like this, you see this background I just put here is kind of affecting this image because this image is not above it. You see, once the image is above it, it will start showing, but we want it to be below it, and we lock it. Now what we have to do is click on this particular interface we are working on. Then I want to use a saturation. Let me see the one I'll be loving. Okay, let me use saturation. Wow, I like this. You can see, look at how the picture was looking before we use saturation. You can see what just happened. You can see the difference. Then we can also reduce the opacity of this a little bit, just a little bit. No, just a little bit. Okay, let's leave it at 80. 80 should be nice. Now you can see You can see the difference. You can see the difference. Now we are getting there. Once we are done, we can either lock this or better still just leave it, but I'll prefer you to always lock the job so you will not be able to be moving stuff around. Now the next thing we have to do is to bring in our rectangle, and I will draw. Okay, I love this blue. We can also check the color code of this blue. You can see 000D45. So you can always take note of this color code in case you are doing yours. Okay, once we are done putting this blue, we have to kind of reduce the opacity to something more lighter, just a little bit. Okay, I think I can work with this. Okay, let's make it 50. All right, now this is it. So when I'm done, I'm just going to press E. I'm using my eraser tools. Then I'm going to click on it and press OK. Then I'm just going to fade this place a little bit. You can see what I'm doing. I'm going to do that again. You see? Now let's increase our opacity a little bit. A little bit. Okay. I think I like this. You can also change the saturation. You can see you have different kinds of saturation. You can see there are a lot of saturation here, so it depends on what exactly you do really want. All right, so I really don't. All right, I think I like this. Yes, I think I like this. Then Ctrl J is to duplicate. You see, I've just duplicated this layer. So what I have to do next is probably change this saturation to normal. Then take this to the back. You see how it was before. Now when I take this to the back, I have to reduce the opacity a little bit. You can see. Okay, once I'm done, I have to just leave it like this. Then I have to bring in my layer. I have to make sure I put in where I want my layer to be. I want my layer to be around this place. You can see I want my layer to be like this. Okay, alright, I really just want my layer to be like this. We can actually make some adjustments in the picture. You see, that's why I told you whenever you want it, you can always make adjustments. You can see why your control minus is to zoom out, don't forget, and your control plus is to zoom in. So you see, you can just arrange and make some alignment. When you are done, you click here and lock. Now we have to actually give this a stroke. So you come here to click. Okay, we are giving it a white stroke and we are increasing the stroke a little bit. So I have to just increase it. Okay, I guess this is nice. Now once you are done with this, what we have to do next is to form. Now we have to make this place, because our video will be inside this place, so we have to make this place should I say, we have to remove this place and make it transparent, so in case you want to put in your picture. That is why we are doing this tutorial, because we are trying to design a video overlay graphics. We want a video to be playing while this background interface is inside that same video. So that is why we are making this now. Now this is the place you pay more attention. Now you click on this your rectangle. Then when you are done clicking on the rectangle, what you have to do next is either go to the property bar, or better still click this rectangle, and you will see some property at the top of it. You come here and click on the fill and click here. You don't want it to be filled with anything. You can see the thing is out. Now you come back here and select your pick tools. Then what you have to do next is to unlock this thing. the particular this particular object, then you have to create a clipping mask for this object. Now this is how you create a clipping mask, by clicking this place. Now your clipping mask is created. Make sure it's not on this one, you can see this icon now, but rather on this one. Once you are done doing that, you should just press your control and come to your rectangle tools, which is this. Once you click on it, automatically it has actually formed something within the jurisdiction of where we want it. Then when you are done, just press delete. You see, once you delete, hola, you see, now automatically this thing is actually hidden. You see, you have already hide this. Now you have to apply same thing on these fill tools. Don't forget we have a fill tools here. We have a few tools. You can actually lock this, then unlock these fill tools. Once you unlock these fill tools, you still do the same. Make sure it's here, then hold your control, then select on this and press delete. You can see it's whiter. Let me go back so you see what happens. You see this is how it was. Then I did what I did. Hold your control and then select the rectangle tools you have just created. Then when you are done selecting it, then you press delete. Sorry, it's because it's not here. You click here, hold your rectangle, click on this. Once it's showing this, you just delete. Now you see automatically it has actually deleted. Now whatever we'll be doing will be displaying at the back of this. Maybe you want to place it on your video, it will be displaying at the back of this. Now we are not yet done. We should just put a little bit right up on this project. So I'm going to be importing some of my things I'll be using. And don't forget, we created two rectangles at the same time. So what we are going to do is we create a clipping mask, or better still, you control I both object. You either select it on control I both object, or better still, what you have to do is select one of it, then create a clipping mask just like you have done to the rest. Hold your control and select. Once you are done selecting, you delete. You see it have actually deleted the below shadow that was coming up there. You still do the same thing. I'm just trying to repeat this so you understand why it's very necessary. Hold and click on this, hold your control and click on this, then delete. You see automatically you have cleared everything within this jurisdiction of your rectangle. Now when you are done doing all of this, it is time to input our text. So what we are going to do, we are going to highlight all of this. You click on the first one, hold your shift and then lock. You see we have locked all of this. Control D is to deselect now from the rectangle. You can see we have unlocked now. We cannot be able to move anything. So now we have to start importing some of our things we'll be using. So I have to create a new folder, click on file and place embedded. So we want to import like the social media icon. So what we have to do is to take it below, this like this. You see you arrange it. Now when you are done arranging it, you press enter. You see automatically it will enter, then you arrange. Now when you are done, then we have to put in some nice text for it. Okay, I've already put down some text. You see best of basketball. So I'm going to copy this and come to my text layer and create another I can name this text layer. You can see text layer. Now come here and Ctrl V, and you see okay, I like this front. Now I'm just going to just adjust this a little bit. Best of basketball. Then what I'm going to do is to manipulate this text and put some little shadow and some outer glow. You see I just added shadow. Let me Let me remove this. Look at how it was. I just added a little bit shadow. Then I can make some adjustments if I want to. You see, you can see. Now once I'm done, I can actually put outer glow. You see, this is the outer glow opacity. You can actually increase the noise. I don't know if you see what is happening. You can see. Let me zoom in. This is it. Maybe let me reduce the noise. You can see the noise, and when I increase the noise, this is what happens. So I love it like this. You see, once I'm done, I have to actually, okay, you have to first of all say okay. Now what I have to do next is to import my logo. So I have to do some work on my logo. This is my logo. I have to do some work on it. So you can reduce this, enter. Then what we have to do next is to come to select. You can just click on color ranging and increase this a little bit, then okay. Then when you are done, you just delete. Then Ctrl D is to deselect. When you have deselect, you can now press Ctrl T. Then you see, you can now reduce it. Now we don't want this on black, rather we want it to be on white. So what we have to do is come to this place, double tap on it, just a quick way. Then color overlay is on black already, so we don't want it on black, we just want it on white. See, automatically it have generated itself to be white. So you take it to your file you are working on. You can see this is the file we are working on. Now when you are done, you just zoom in. Then you can duplicate it, Ctrl J for duplicating. You can see once you duplicate it, you can just take this one to the back and double tap on it. Now I want to give it a shadow, but we want to give it a black inner. You can see once you are done doing all of this, you can now make some adjustments. You can see what is happening here. You see, we just actually gave it a shadow. Then Ctrl D, then you zoom out. You see, we are giving this a very good design. Now we have to put the social media wallet here, or address, mean to say. So I have to go to where I saved it. This is just at basketball. You can actually do yours. You can actually put yours. Then Ctrl AV. Then you see, zoom in, hold your space bar and move with your scroll. Sorry, it have not actually copied, so I'll go back. This is what I want to copy, Ctrl C. Then I have to come back to my project, Ctrl A, then Ctrl V. Ctrl A is to highlight all of this, while Ctrl V is to place. So you see, it have actually placed. I can actually change the color to something more unique, probably gold or something just simple. You see, gold is really dark on it, so I'll just make it a lighter glow. Yeah, I guess this will work. Then double tap on this basketball, then I'll just add a little bit shadow so the background will not be able to be fighting it. Then I'll just reduce it. I want it little. Then when I'm done, I can now zoom out and just add. If I really want to add some effects, I can actually do that. Then let me add some little effect on this job. You can see. I see some little effect, so I have to double tap on this because I really want it to be white. Color overlay and just give it a white color, or better still, you can come to this place and do all of that. So anywhere is preferable. Ctrl J is to duplicate. Now I can take this my line back because I've actually gotten what I needed. You can see. And also take this back. Also take this. Now when you are saving this file, don't forget to always save it as PNG. You see, for you to save this file so you can use it, you save it as PNG, and when you are done, you can save it as basketball. Don't save it as JPEG, because if you save it as JPEG, you can't be able to put your video at the back of it. So save it as PNG. Once you are done, you can just save it. You see, it's done. Then I'll just refresh this my page. Okay, it's already here. So let me open it so you see how it looks like. So you see, now this is a blank page. You see, it's trying to show the interface of this now at the back of this. So whatever video you just put, automatically it will be playing, while this will just stand as your border within it, or as your design. So we call it overlay graphics for your video. I really want to appreciate you for watching and following this tutorial. Please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel always and all the time, and do well to always send in your comments so I'll know the next lecture to do. Thank you for always following me. See you.